Hello everybody, welcome again. So today we're going to be talking about a K-drama called The Crowned Clown. So let's get into it. So The Crowned Clown is about this guy who is forced to take the position of the king of his era when the king finds out that he looks exactly like him. This guy is a performance actor or a clown, and he usually mimics people, especially in the royal society, the higher ups there. So he's very good at role playing, and he's very good at imitating people. So he's kind of a bubbly person. He's kind and polite, upbeat, loved by a lot of people, so that really works for him considering his occupation. But the king is actually the exact opposite. He's miserable and he's paranoid because to him he believes that everybody around him is out to kill him, especially because of what happened in the past. So he's completely opposite to the guy. He's basically, he's menacing, and if he puts his mind to it, he will kill you in 5 minutes. Just say the wrong thing, you are gone. So, but because the guy is that's the clown is good at role playing, he found a way to be able to kind of really master playing the king. I was able to deceive everyone around him, and he used this as an opportunity. The king used this as an opportunity to kind of gain his sanity back because he was really tired of everything that was happening in the kingdom. So he just really wanted to kind of take a break and restore his mental stability, But then the clown used that as an opportunity to kind of right things in the kingdom. But he wasn't alone. Somebody else was also with him, and that was the king's very close advisor who knew about the switch. So both of them worked hand in hand to kind of create a better society in the time that they lived in. So I really liked the show, and I liked the way they went about the whole thing generally. I especially liked the actor himself. I'm very fascinated when it comes to actors playing various roles, different characters in the same show. I think it's a wonderful thing to see when somebody is kind of displaying their acting powers, and this guy nailed it very well. He was so good at playing two opposing characters to the point where I was watching it and I didn't feel oh, this guy is playing the clown now, or he's playing the king now. No, for me it was, this is the king we're looking at, this is the clown we're looking at. He was very good at those opposing roles. Kudos to him. He carried the show, and he made the show worth watching. Sometimes though it was a little bit over dramatic, and they tend to, personally for me, they tend to overact, and I see it a lot in K-drama, period dramas. They tend to overact, but I guess maybe that's their way of kind of selling the intensity and the tension in that era. I didn't live in that period, and I'm not even from that culture, so probably some things were actually very intense like that, and they just have to kind of show it that way and display it like that. Eventually I got used to it, so because I watched a bunch of them, but sometimes it can be a little jarring. It's why are you shouting right now? It's not that serious. And then with the music playing in the background, well, anyway, it's entertaining. I get used to it, and then I have gotten used to it, and it ends up being very entertaining. So they dealt with a lot of societal issues in the show, and I really liked the way they addressed it. I especially liked the fact that they never really showed the protagonist in that ever beaming they can do no wrong light. Everyone had their own reasons for doing what they wanted to do, some good, some bad, but especially for the clown and the advisor, they wanted to make the place the society a better place for people to live in, but they also could not do it, or they were not able to do it without kind of doing some wrong. So they ended up not really always following the right or the legal way, especially the advisor. The advisor did some shady things, like your boy did some shady things. But I just remember, like, really, it was jarring, like some of the things that he actually did. But then they established the fact that even though they were doing it for the right reasons, they knew it was wrong, and they established the hypocrisy because they were also fighting against people that were bad or like the wrong side, or like they were on the wrong side. But they established that, okay, you know, I'm actually doing the wrong thing here. It's for the right reasons. I know it. I see the hypocrisy, and I'm definitely going to pay for what I'm doing. That's what for me stood out in the show, as opposed to even Empress Key in, you know, Empress Key. For me, that was what made me not like Empress Key in her own show, Empress Key. The fact that she was doing the wrong things, but she never acknowledged that they were wrong, because to her, she was doing it against bad people. So what was the point? She was just, you know, it's just a means to an end. These people knew that even though they were doing it for the right reasons, they were trying to benefit the society, that what they were doing was wrong, and they definitely were going to pay for it. And they did in the end. They paid for it in the end. The show made it very clear that, look, this is wrong, and we have to establish that, and they are going to pay for their mistakes. I really loved seeing that. That's for me what made the show was so, the show what got me invested and interested in the show. It was really, really beautiful. There was a romance between the queen and the clown, and it was very nice and sweet, but I also wasn't very interested in it because it wasn't really, like, it was just like not really a side note. It actually was very, very much in the forefront, and I really liked the way they dealt with it. It's just that, you know, it wasn't really the thing that was capturing or captivating like my attention. But I liked the romance. It was good, and I really liked the queen herself. I loved her character. She was a very, very strong, very, like, she had a very good mindset. She knew the difference between right and wrong, and she was able to balance it very well, especially in the craziness of the palace and everything that was going on around her. So kudos to that. Kudos to her. She was a very, very good actor too. Very nice role play. The show itself didn't really have a lot of action, and, you know, a lot of the things that were happening were more so mind games and things like that, especially when it came to the clown. He had to do a lot of hiding, a lot of protecting his identity and things like that. But it was still nice because there was also a little bit of family dynamic in it, and you could tell, like, you know, there were some sacrifices that needed to be made, and, you know, the cost of being in such a high position, the cost of having such power and authority, and making sure that the right person with the right mind is there to do it. So it wasn't really much of a battle of the you know, wills, not wills but strength, but more of the mind. And really, I think it's a very good lesson to anybody that wants to be a leader, anybody who wants to be in position. You have to be prepared to make sacrifices, and sometimes you may look like the bad guy for what you want to do. And I really love the way they delivered it. It was beautiful. The writing, the acting, the directing, everything was very nice. The scenery was beautiful as well. I mean, it's a period drama, and a lot of times they deal with a lot of nature and stuff, so it was really beautiful. I mean, it was nice. Yeah, all in all, the show was very nice. Like, it was very entertaining. I haven't had this much fun with a K-drama, period drama, in a long time. It was very, very interesting and very, like, you know, intriguing. It really put me into, like, the show. I mean, a lot of times when I have this tingling sensation about a show that I feel like this show is going to be good, 90% of the time I'm very right about it, and I was right with this one. It beat my expectation, and I really enjoyed it. It's something that I would recommend anybody to watch. If I were to rate it, I would say it's definitely worth taking time out to watch. Take your time with it, enjoy it, invest yourself in it. It's a really beautiful show. So that's it for me and The Crowned Clown. Thank you so much for watching. I recommend it to anybody. Go watch it. It's very, very nice. You learn a lot and you'll be very entertained. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, please comment, please share, please subscribe. And as always, I wish you wellness in every single area of your lives.